And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show. On the Twitter machine, I'm a father. I have no idea what I'm doing, but either they're chiefy, so let's try and learn something together today. Website is dadmodepod.com. Also on the Facebook. You find us on Facebook. I forget the address, but whatever. Tweet at the show at dadmodepod, or just use the hashtag dadmode. Made it to Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Saturnalia, all of the holidays out there. And I was thinking about this the other day, and that the whole Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays thing, I can't think of an instance where I've ever been corrected after saying Merry Christmas by the person, and they were like, you mean Happy Holidays? Not everyone celebrates Christmas. I've wished Merry Christmas to probably a couple thousand people in my lifetime, and I've never been corrected by someone who I later find out does not share the faith or is an atheist or whatever, but I do get corrected by the people who are Christian. And it's usually, we're not stereotyping here because you can't do that in this society, but it's usually older female Christians that always correct you. And see, that would be the target demo for the Merry Christmas. They'd be like, hell yeah, Merry Christmas to you too, son. Shit. But they're the ones that say, you should correct that to Happy Holidays, because not everyone not everyone celebrates Christmas or believes in the things that the Christians believe in. Aren't you Christian? Yes, that's why I hate myself, and that's why I'm flogging myself. Man, like my accountant is Jewish. I know. Yeah. He makes jokes about himself, so I feel like I can do too. And he tells me Merry Christmas. He wishes me Merry Christmas. I'm like, Happy Hanukkah? No. And then kind of laughs it off. But just, isn't it weird? Yeah, the people who, and if I was Jewish or celebrated Kwanzaa or wasn't religious at all and don't celebrate Christmas, even like the superficial, materialistic American style of Christmas, I don't think I'd be offended at all. I wouldn't be like, oh, well, I never. And you look at the political correctness when it comes to the stupid Starbucks cups. Yeah, last year it was red. This year it was green. Everybody's up in arms on Facebook. This is supposed to be about inclusion. This is about your stupid Christmas. It's always the same people. Yeah. The bored people. But anyways, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Almost Happy New Year. Christmas Eve is upon us. Saturday is going on right now. And let's see, what are we doing for Christmas? We've taken to traveling on Christmas Day down to see the in-laws, the wife's side of the family. And that'll be a fun little day trip on Sunday, Christmas Day. And we do that because we got the dogs, and do we want to board them? That costs extra. No, don't want to ask anyone to house sit or let them out because it's Christmas. Don't want to bug anyone else's plans. So that's sort of our tradition now. And then Christmas Eve, we stay at home. We'll go to church. We'll go to we'll make up a nice Christmas dinner. This year it's going to be stroganoff. The wife loves stroganoff. Muggsy seems to enjoy it too. And yeah, we'll watch a couple Christmas movies and wake up bright and early on Christmas morning, open up a couple presents. And that's what we're talking about, Christmas presents. And more so from the kid to the parents, because it's always so cute. Oh, cute, so cutesy-wootsy. Underneath the Christmas tree. Oh, I got a present from my 18-month-old daughter. I wonder what it is. Oh, she went to Williams-Sonoma. When did she do that? What money did she use? No, I get it. it's all cutesy bootsy, artsy fartsy sort of thing. And did that with the wife this year. And since she doesn't listen to the podcast, doesn't matter. I got her nice semi-formal dress, something that you could wear out and it looks good. You could wear it to work and it looks fine. One of those sort of dresses, and that's a pretty typical Christmas present. Either that or like shoes or a bag or some sort of a gadget. Like this year was a spiralizer with the thing. No. And some people may come in as like, well, that's sexist. You're just buying your wife clothes and shoes and kitchen appliances. What is this, the 50s? That's what she wants. Sorry. It's like, well, honey, we got you a Bunsen burner and I got you 13 free classes on coding. Yeah, because the wife is really into STEM, like science, technology, engineering, research. No, math. Anyways, I'm not even into that either. We like what we like. Sorry. And this year, the gift, we got Muggsy addressed from her, and of course, wrapped it up all sloppy like, and then wrote to mommy from Muggsy. Oh, it's so cute. And the wife, I'm sure, already has a gift for me from her. Like maybe, oh, Daddy, look, Margaret bought you 3 pounds of elk sausage. Delicious. Oh, Muggsy, how did you know? But I want to talk about what happens when like the kids get older and like when is the cutoff point, because one of my friends recently was very excited that this is the first year that she's able to buy her parents gifts and some like her brothers and sisters and quasi extended family. And even though she's like 27 years old, yeah, they're like it seems kind of weird. And maybe it's a generational thing of, don't want to keep harping on millennials, but 27 is relatively young in that ballpark, and just being so prideful that this is the first time. And I get it. You're out of school. She went to grad school, and you're swimming in debt, but you're finally getting a decent paycheck. You got health insurance and da-da-da. But gifts don't have to be expensive. Yeah, especially if you're working part-time. Like in high school, I started working at the grocery store that my dad was a manager at when I was 13. And every Christmas from then on, bought the parents and the grandparents a little something on Christmas. And it's it's kind of a pride thing, definitely wasn't bringing the big bucks. I think I was making $6.50 an hour. Yeah, and that's in 1998, like 98 money. Yeah, so it still wasn't fantastic, but the gifts I was getting, I go down to the hardware store, and they had like a little knickknack section, and I buy my grandma like a $9 like faux crystal clock. Like the ones that you put on an armoire or a dresser, and they look fake as shit, but it is like $9, but it looked nice, and put it in a box, wrapped it up, and Grandma opened it, and then of course, I'm sure she was happy, to receive a gift from her grandson, but also it's a little pandering. It's like, oh, thank you so much for this little clock that's probably covered in Chinese lead paint. Yeah, but it really is the thought that counts. So it just seems like kind of weird. It's like, yeah, have a couple bucks around to get your parents a gift. That just seems a little weird. Seems like bad budgeting. But anyways, it's not so much that, but like when the kids get older and when they're start to become more aware, really getting into Christmas, they love the Christmas specials, and you definitely want to lead off with the kids that it's much better to give than receive gifts. And you want to give them instill in them that Christmas isn't some sort of windfall. Some kids out there, they're just like, all right, Christmas, I'm getting this, and this, and this, and this, and cha-ching, baby, here it is. No, because that sort of entitlement, that sort of attitude carries over to the rest of their lives. Subconsciously, it does, and how they sort of carry itself. Because if you ever come across a kid who's just really spoiled and kind of shitty around Christmas, and then how does that person act in normal life and the rest of the year? And especially when they become an adult, how does that person behave? Odd. So with our kids, we're going to instill that it's much better to give gifts, because when we got more kids, we'll have them each give a gift to their siblings and to the other parent, and so on and so forth, and definitely involve them in the process. Because I remember when I was like 7, and my dad took me out. He's like, "All right, let's get your grandpa and grandma a Christmas gift, and we'll say it's from you. I'll pay for it since I'm the father and you're 7. You have no money, but we'll wrap it together, and then we'll say it's from you, and you pick it out. You are in charge, and they'll know it's from you." So I'm like, all right, I'm all excited as a kid, and perusing the aisles, and give the kids a budget, by the way. Yeah, don't let it be YOLO style. I haven't had a budget, and I think my budget was, I don't know, it was like probably $20 or something like that. A little kid gift, have it be cutesy wootsy, whatever. And I was perusing the aisles and checking things out, and I came across this one thing. It looked really cool, and it looked very gadgety. My grandpa was very handy, but also he liked gadgets. He liked fidgeting with things. So I picked this out, and it was a electric can opener. No, jar opener, because electric can opener is actually useful, but electric jar opener, for when that one time every 4 years you have a jar that you can't open, you take out this thing, which is about the size of a coffee maker, put the jar in, plug it in, and it untwists the cap. Because that is so handy and useful. That is worth the 2 cubic feet of counter space or shelf space that you got for the jar opener. Yeah. So completely impractical. And my dad also was like, sure on this one? But I was like, hell yeah, we're doing this. And Leroy Jenkins, before Leroy Jenkins was the thing. And the grandparents opened it up. Then, of course, they did the fake. Oh, this is so thoughtful. They never used it, of course, because it's a completely unpractical usage. Besides, if you have a jar you can't open, take a butter knife and just tap on the top of the jar a couple times with the butt end of the knife. It'll open it like bonkers. Yeah, everyone tries to do the, we got these special grippy cloths or running under hot water. No, blunt force trauma. That's how you open up jars. But it's the sentiment that counts. It's the thought that counts. And that's what you should do with the kids. Like when you're shopping for your wife or your husband or your wife husband, and take the kid out. Like when the kid's 7, 8, 9, be like, all right, so here we go, little Muggsy. We got $25, $30. And you're going to buy your mother a present, take them to a nice place and drop a couple of subtle hints. And when your wife gets this present from the kid that they picked out and it's completely from the heart, they'd be like, oh, it's so nice. It's so wonderful. Yeah. Because that's what this is all about. Nice little wonderful things. But I'm serious about teaching kids that it is much better to give than to receive, as opposed to, have you ever seen like the kids that get way too many presents? The parents spoil them, the grandparents spoil them, the uncles and aunts spoil them, and then they're just like pissy, like towards the end, like, oh, I have all these things, I'm overwhelmed, this is too much, I'm not gonna play with half of these things, I know you spent hundreds of bucks on everything. It's like, oh, we got the brand new Xbox and the new PlayStation. What an embarrassment of riches. That kid's only going to play with one of them. Yeah. And I don't know. That's basically all I got. Just giving out gifts. And also, when your kid gets older, stop putting their name on things. Like when it's a family Christmas or some close friends, and then you write down from the Carlsons and Muggsy. Yeah. If the kid's over 18, or here's the line of demarcation. If the kid is out of college, let them buy their own gift. If it's like a white elephant or a gift exchange, whatever. Like, how expensive is a bottle of Bailey's? $20. Oh, you can't do $20, but you can go out drinking that pizza every single night because you're in college. Oh, yeah, it's funny how priorities work out like that. So let your kids grow up when it comes to the Christmas presents, and yeah. Suppose we should have left it off on the little kids buying presents on a feel-good thing. I guess that could be it too. Speaking of buying presents, and it's going after the holiday season, you're going to get some gift cards. You're going to return some stuff. Buy all of your things through Amazon, dadmodepod.com/Amazon. Take it right to the homepage, bookmark it. Every time you buy something, use that link, and we'll get a couple nickels in our pocket, and we'll keep on keeping on. All right. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Stay safe if you're traveling. Stay nice and warm. Put the damn phone down. Stop tweeting. Although, yeah, I should talk. Or, spend some quality time with your family this weekend. And maybe listen to Dad Mode Pod. That's how you spread the word. Because we don't advertise. We don't do anything like that. But we've been growing by leaps and bounds just because of you guys. Because you're sharing out there with your dad groups, your mom groups, your family, everything like that. Because I'll say things that you're thinking, but can't say. So I'll say them for you. There we go. The show's available on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher. Follow us on Dad Mode Pod. Me and Andy Carlson show the website, as always, dadmodepod.com. But until next time, be a man, be a father, go Dad Mode. Ho, ho, ho.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.
Hey everyone, it's me, Nickason, aka Uncle Nick, co-host of the Dad Mode podcast. Before we begin the show, I thought I'd let you guys know about a side project I'm working on called the Nickason podcast. That's right, I am hosting my own podcast where I talk about the latest news in the entertainment world. From movies, television, music, anything pop culture, I talk about it on my show. So please check me out, the Nickason podcast. We air new episodes every Wednesday. Now, on with the show.